All right, let's clear something up right now. Rolesville isn't just another Raleigh suburb we randomly picked to talk about. It's quietly becoming one of the top 3 to 4 most searched suburbs near Raleigh. And most people don't even realize it yet, which is a huge opportunity for you. What's wild is that Rolesville is still new to the conversation, but it actually sits right between some of the fastest growing areas in the Triangle, like Wake Forest, Wendell, Knightdale, Wendell Falls, and it's only about 15 minutes from downtown Raleigh. 8 years ago, my family and I packed up from Southern California and moved here sight unseen. And what we've learned is exactly why I'm making this video. We're boots on the ground every day, and in this video, we're breaking down the real pros and cons so you can decide if Rolesville is actually a smart move for you or not. When people first hear Rolesville, most assume, it's just another small town outside of Raleigh. And yes, it is definitely small, but that's exactly why it's exploding in popularity. Rolesville is one of the fastest growing towns in Wake County. It's up 123% in the last 10 years, and many investors are putting their money where the action is, with $200 million invested in this town in the last 5 years. Yet it still feels like a place where neighbors wave, kids ride bikes, and community events actually matter. That balance between growth and charm is the first big reason people are paying attention. And one of the biggest pros of living in Rolesville is a sense of safety and calm. This town consistently ranks among the safest communities in North Carolina, and a fun fact, it's actually 48% lower in crime compared to the national average. And you definitely feel it that moment that you drive through the streets. They're quiet, their parks are full of families. It's that kind of place where people actually feel comfortable letting their kids play outside, and that's really something that many buyers moving from larger cities are desperately searching for. Another major draw is location. Rolesville sits just northeast of Raleigh, and while it still feels tucked away, it's surprisingly well connected. You have direct access to the US 401, which takes you straight into Raleigh, and you're only minutes away from the I-540. That outer loop completely changes the commute conversation. From Rolesville, you can get around to Raleigh toward RDU Airport or over to the Research Triangle Park without cutting through downtown traffic. And just to the south, Knightdale opens up even more freeway access, including the US 64, the I-87 connectivity, which is a breath of fresh air. You don't just have one way to get where you want to go, you have 3 to 4 different options, which is awesome when you actually look at Waze and go, whoop, it tells you the normal route isn't working, so you have a few other options. That means whether you work in Raleigh, the RTP, or bounce around the Triangle, you definitely have options. And that's something most videos never explain clearly, but it matters a lot when you're choosing where to live. Now let's talk lifestyle, because this is where Rolesville quietly separates itself. This town was founded way back in the 1800s, and that history still shows while you're driving through the suburb. There's a genuine small town heartbeat here that you can definitely feel. And events like their 4th of July celebration, their September Barbecue and Bands Festival, Fall Fun Fest in October, outdoor movies, and their holiday Christmas parades aren't just add-ons, they're part of the culture. People actually show up, they participate, and that sense of community is hard to manufacture, and Rolesville has it naturally. Outdoor access is another underrated perk. Rolesville has multiple parks, greenways, and walking trails that weave right through the town. Main Street Park is a hub for families with a 36-acre community hub, weekend events, 2 huge, large playgrounds, over a mile of paved greenway trail, and casual evenings outside. Millbridge Nature Park gives you a quieter, wooded escape with a 200-seat amphitheater, and scenic trails that connect into surrounding greenways to Wake Forest and beyond. And then there's one of the most expected fun facts about Rolesville that almost no one talks about: Fantasy Lake. Man, oh man, it's one of the largest scuba diving parks on the East Coast. But that's just a little bit of it. They have a water park that is a 100-acre outdoor destination with huge, large inflatables on the water, submerged sites, awesome water slides right here in Rolesville. And in there they have this Whitbit obstacle course, which is just incredible, and it's a must go at least once or twice a year. This is one of those one-of-a-kind hidden gems that makes Rolesville feel different. Schools in Rolesville are also another big reason families land here. Rolesville is part of the Wake County school system, which is one of the most highly regarded districts in the state. Rolesville Elementary is rated a 9 out of 10 on great schools. Sanford Creek Elementary School is rated 8 out of 10, and Thales Academy is a great, inexpensive private school that many residents send their children to and love, that goes from grade 6 through 12th grade. So you have local elementary schools and charter options, which gives families flexibility and gives the town a strong education-focused population. You definitely feel that way when you talk to neighbors. Education, safety, and long-term stability definitely matter here. Now let's talk housing, because this is where Rolesville really shines in 2026. The median home price in Rolesville as of January 2026 sits in the mid $406,990,000 range, which is significantly more approachable than most any other Raleigh suburbs. And what you get for that price is definitely key. Today's homes here aren't outdated boxes. They're smart, modern, energy efficient, and designed for how people actually live. One of the most talked about communities in Rolesville right now is The Point, and we definitely love The Point. It's a massive master plan development that's reshaping the town and is being built by both Ashton Woods and Starlight Homes, offering two very different entry points into the same community. Ashton Woods focuses on larger, more design-forward homes with open layouts, guest suites, and upscale finishes. Homes here generally land from the upper 400,000s into the 500,000s, depending on size and options. They also have townhome options from $275,000 and up, which is really nice. These are definitely move-up homes built for growing families or buyers relocating from higher cost states who want space and style. Now, Starlight Homes are also building in The Point, and it offers a more affordable path into new construction. Their homes typically start in the mid 300s and climb into the low 400,000s, making brand new homes accessible to first-time buyers or our budget-conscious movers. It's definitely nice because it's the same community, just different strategies, and that flexibility is a huge win for buyers. Another standout neighborhood in Rolesville is KB Homes Preserve Community. This area is popular for our buyers who want energy-efficient construction, personalization options, and a quieter neighborhood feel. Homes here generally fall into the low to mid 400,000s as of January 2026, with thoughtful floor plans, modern kitchens, and flexible spaces that work well for remote work or multi-generational living. The Preserve is also well positioned near parks and main roads, making daily life convenient without feeling crowded. What makes these neighborhoods especially appealing is that they're not the same overhyped areas you hear about in every Raleigh video. Rolesville still lies under the radar compared to Cary, Apex, or Holly Springs, and that creates opportunity. Buyers aren't fighting for the same thing with bidding wars, and lifestyle value per dollar is still strong. It's definitely important to have real estate agents that are boots on the ground like my team and I is key. I'll be able to show you where you can get the best bang for your buck. And not just now, but in the long term. Then of course, there are the cons, and it's important to be honest about them. Rolesville definitely doesn't have a bustling nightlife. If you're looking for walkable bars, late night entertainment, or a packed downtown scene, you'll definitely be driving into Raleigh or Wake Forest. Shopping options are definitely improving, but they're still growing. That said, the new developments, including the Publix grocery store, Jersey Mike's, El Jefe modern Mexican food, Five Guys, and Club Pilates, just to name a few, are being built, and I just was right by the Publix. It's all ready to go in the Walbrook Village community. They've actually invested over $120 million into Rolesville. And when I took some clients this week and we drove by, they were amazed. It was awesome to see. This just means more convenience, which is improving year by year. There's also so many restaurants in the vicinity within an easy 10 to 15 minute drive, if that definitely works for you. You can get yourself a burrito and a margarita at Tequila in Wake Forest, or if you want to venture for an amazing steak, go to Franco's in Franklinton, which doesn't just have great steaks for my northern friends, they actually have great Italian, which is hard to come by. Now, traffic is another consideration. While access to the I-540 and surrounding highways is a huge pro, rush hour can still be a little busy, especially along US 401. And like most suburbs, Rolesville is car dependent. Public transit is definitely limited, so driving is part of your daily life. And yes, for the weather, summers, they're hot and humid. But if you're coming from California or the Northeast, that first summer will be a little bit of an adjustment. But the trade-off is the mild winters and real 4 seasons and a lot more outdoor living all through the rest of the year. You'll also have a lot less taxes and expenses that are so much lower than in California, New York, or Connecticut. And here's the question I want you to answer in the comments below. Would you rather live somewhere that's fully built out and more expensive? Or would you rather be somewhere like Rolesville that's still growing, still affordable, and still full of opportunity? As someone who's moved here sight unseen 8 years ago, I can tell you this: Rolesville isn't just a place to buy a house. It's a place to build a life in equity and something that's ready to explode. And in a 2026 housing market where strategy matters more than ever, knowing where growth, lifestyle, and value intersect is everything. So if you're thinking about moving to the Raleigh-Triangle area and want a place that blends small town charm, smart new construction, strong schools, and real long-term potential, Rolesville deserves a serious look. It's safe, it's connected, and it offers housing options that don't make you feel priced out before you even start. My family and I learned a lot moving to North Carolina 8 years ago, and that experience is exactly why I help buyers and sellers navigate this market every single day. And if you're planning a move, make sure to grab our free buyer and seller relocation guide in the description box. And if you want help finding the right neighborhood, the right builder, or just the right strategy, my contact information is right here on the screen. Call, text, or email anytime. And if you're still in the looking for the right lifestyle and location, no problem and no pressure. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to get our weekly updates of all the great suburbs we go over every week about the Triangle and beyond. Also, check out our sister channel, Life in Raleigh, where you can get hundreds of videos about suburbs, foods, entertainment, and even more. So until next time, I'll catch you on the next video.